Well, hello, welcome back to my channel here. Whether you're on YouTube or if you're on my Patreon, welcome. My name is Brian Zach, and I'm going to be showing you some Dave Weckl inspired Songos today. And so let's jump into this here. So the first thing is the right hand. The right hand is going to be playing quarter notes. All the fun stuff is happening between the kick and the snare on the left hand. So it's going to sound like this. Slowed down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and up to speed, we're going to put this to a click. This is quarter note equals 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. There's one Dave Weckl Songo. So what am I doing? Well, first of all, if you go to my Patreon page and subscribe there, you will see the PDF document transcription of this groove and the other grooves that I'm going to play within this video and this drum lesson. And you can download it there on, like I said, on PDF, but you have to join my Patreon. So hop on over to patreon.com/BrianZach and join me there, and you'll be able to download this drum lesson in PDF format and follow along and have the transcription for yourself to be reading it and learning it on your own time. But for now, so what's happening is I'm playing, the first beat has basically, well, the right hand is just playing quarter notes. So we're going to leave that sort of aside and just use that as a sort of a guiding, like signpost kind of thing. Between the kick and snare, we have eighth notes. We have, on beat 1, we have 1 and then on beat 2, we have the same thing, kick and snare, but it's displaced by a 16th note. So it's on the E and the of 2. So it sounds like 1 and 2 E 1 and 2 E So it's 1 and 2 E and 1 2 or sorry 1 and 2 E boot da da. And then for beats 3 and 4, yet again the kick and the snare are displaced one more time. So now the kick is going to land on the of beat 3, and the snare is going to land on the E of beat 4. You following along? So in the grid of 16th notes, we have 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So beat 1 is 1 and, beat 2 is 2 E and beat 3 is 3 E and on the kick, and beat 4 is 4 E on the snare. So it ends up sounding like boom da boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba. It's a very cool songo, and it has a very sort of loping kind of feel because it has this boop chat. It almost sounds like boot chat, boot chat, boot chat, boot chat, but it's not that. It's displaced boot chat, boot chat, boot chat, boot ah, 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 boot ah. Okay, so it has this very sort of do da do da do da do da do da. It's very cool. It's very fun to play and very fun to even listen to. But you really need those quarter notes to really like lock it in. The quarter notes on the right hand. Okay? And what I like to do is sometimes add little ghost notes in there that sort of just kind of, funkify the groove a little bit more. So what I end up doing is playing like, okay, so I'm just sort of with the left hand adding little great ghost notes. So really, like the first two that I could describe that I'm doing is on beat 3, I'm playing 3 E and So 1 and So you'll notice that the ghost notes are ghosted. What a revelation. That means that they're quieter than the main notes that we're playing, the ones that I just showed you. So we've got the boot dat oot dat oot dat doot dat oot at oot dat, but we also have doot dat oot dat oot dat oot dat. And we can move it around too. So, but before we move it around, I just wanted to show you these ghost notes and just how I'm sort of filling in the gaps, as it were, with the left hand between the snare and sometimes on the hi-hat too. If you notice, I was playing like. So just a little 4E and A1, 4E and A1. So after the snare hit on the E of beat 4, I'm playing another hi-hat, left-hand hi-hat note on the of 4. So you're getting this do da. Or sometimes I can reverse it and I can play the hi-hat on the E and the snare drum on the of beat 4. So, you can get creative really quick and easily. Now, let's move the left hand around and just around the toms a little bit and just get some different voices happening with this same songo, same exact songo that I just showed you. Let's throw the click on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you go. There's some different, just some sort of improvised variations on this. Now, let's do another, let me show you another Dave Weckl inspired songo. And this one has definitely a 2-3 clave kind of thing going on. The right hand is still playing the quarter note pattern. So we have that to lock in with. And here's the basic pattern of the songo between the kick and snare. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so right away you hear this clave one. Okay. Could do stone clave or rumba clave. I think either one would work in this. But if you don't know the difference, refer back to another video that I made in Patreon, and I described the difference between stone clave and rumba clave. Okay, so moving on here. So let me show you the kick pattern and the snare pattern. So again, beat 1 is just 1 and now beat 2 is going to be, so we have beat 2 on the right hand cowbell. We have E and on the kick, and then on the snare. So beat 2 sounds like 1, 2. So put beats 1 and 2 together. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now beat 3, we have again the cowbell on beat 3, and then we have actually beat 3 is the same as beat 2. Come to think of it. So we're just going to repeat beat 2 with beat 3. We're going to go. Okay. And then finally beat 4 we have on the cowbell, and the and is on the left hand on the and of beat 4. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what I like to do with this is on the last 2 left-hand notes, so that is on the of beat 3 and on the and of beat 4, I like to play the tom. So that gives us a different voice and a different sound. So now we have this boom, bap, boom, boom. With tempo, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you go. There's some 2 different Dave Weckl inspired Songo beats, and yeah. So for more lessons like this, definitely join my Patreon page, patreon.com/BrianZach. If you want to study with me, drum lessons here in Nashville, hit me up in the comments or hit me up through Instagram. Just slide into my DMs, and if you want to do remote lessons on camera, we can do that as well. So just let me know. Hit me up through my website, brianzach.com, or through Instagram, or just write in the comments. I will see it. So yeah, that wraps up today's lesson of Dave Weckl inspired Songos. Go and practice, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my Patreon page to download this transcription in PDF format so you can follow along and practice it on your own time. All right, guys. So long for now.